This is Hannibal here with a daily wrestling news update. Smackdown without The Rock on Friday did a 0.6 rating. Cody Rhodes has re-signed with WWE. Don't expect him to go back to AEW. He had said he was going to retire at 40. I think he's 38 now. This contract puts him past 40. And yeah, for wrestling retirements, as long as there's money coming in, very few will actually retire. Sting is one of the few that has, but he was 65 when he finally retired. However, he had retired before and he got more money. So as long as you're making money, keep wrestling. Vince McMahon's name is apparently banned from WWE TV, according to the Wrestling Observer. Now, the New York Post put out, I guess, a handwritten letter from Janelle Grant from 2021 today, which was more of a love letter. Her lawyer is saying this was a forced love letter that she was forced to write. I don't know. That sounds a little weird. John Cena is teasing a WrestleMania appearance about with The Rock, perhaps. CM Punk said that him versus Seth was the original WrestleMania plan, and he thinks The Rock coming back to WWE is great because it puts a lot of eyeballs on the product. He thinks that the dressing room is a lot more friendlier now in WWE than it was when he was there before. It's easy to say that, and I have nothing against him anymore. Good for him for success. But when you're the top and you're paid so much, and your spot is not at risk, he doesn't have to make a spot for himself anymore. So he doesn't need to worry about the Sharks. I guarantee you, for the younger talent, it's still a very political and backstabbing environment. That's just the way wrestling is. But when you're at the top, I mean, that's easy to say. I'm sure The Rock will say that too. And I'm sure Roman Reigns will say that too, that it's a very non-political environment. He says it's good that people talk about him and all of his rumored backstage antics because it keeps getting him more and more money. He also said he was signed on, or he started talking with WWE on Thanksgiving and supposedly came to a deal just before he came out, and only about 10 people knew. Nick Khan, Triple H, his wife, and lawyers. Ivan Santos saying something about Roma's. Paul Roma is wrestling for Great North, or I don't know if he's wrestling, but he's appearing June 29th for Great North Wrestling in Napanee, Ontario. I am doing a UFO interview today in about 5 minutes, 8 p.m. Eastern, with Daniel Harry, which I'm sure I'm pronouncing wrong, but I'm going to ask him how to pronounce it properly. He is the promoter of this massive UFO Contact in the Desert event in Palm Springs, California, coming up in May. Roman is going Hollywood, this person is saying. Ivan Santos is saying. He might have those opportunities. I don't know what he does with all of his time off, but I think he's still. I honestly wouldn't take the belt off of him. I would keep the belt on him. To be honest, I wouldn't take the belt off him at WrestleMania. A lot of people think that him and The Rock will win the first night, and Cody will beat Roman the second night. I personally would like to see them keep the belt on Roman. It's the less obvious of the two finishes, and I think Roman is the better person to keep as champion for now. I do think The Rock should eventually win it from Roman and hold it for a while. I think that's the best scenario. It would give so much publicity to WWE to have The Rock as champion again, and he has been appearing an awful lot for WWE. He's on the board of directors, has like 30 million in stock. So it would be to his financial benefit to do that. Anyways, that's just my opinion. Please give this video a thumbs up. and check out my UFO interview, which I am kind of obsessed with UFOs. And this guy's not only a Hollywood author and Hollywood publicist, long time, but a UFO author, very interesting guy. And we will be also taking fan questions. So tune in for that in a couple of minutes.